Well, I'm not making funny, but what is this piece of hair doing? Look at it. It's got a mind of its own. I've only got one earring in. Well, this is a good start. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Ellie and today I'm going to be doing my second 5 tips Tuesday, and as you can tell from the title, this 5 tips Tuesday is going to be on how to get things for cheap or cheaper than maybe you're buying them, or that piece of hair, then maybe what they are online or in the shops or anything like that. You may already know these tips, but you know, for anyone who doesn't, I thought I'd try and help maybe. And these are the tips that I actually use and do all the time. They're not tips like steal a bank or things like that, or juggle on your head. Not that that'll get you anything for cheap, but they're tips that I actually use almost every time I buy something or anything like that. And if you do like this video and if you do like my 5 tips Tuesdays, then please let me know, and let me know if you hate them, because then I can stop. But yeah, please give this a thumbs up, and I'd love you to even just say hello down in the comments, and I would love you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It would honestly mean so much to me, as I've just started out. And yeah, anyway, let's just get on with the video. So tip number 1 is to buy things second hand. Now I know a lot of people might think like second hand or whatever, but I buy things second hand quite a lot of the time, and sometimes second hand doesn't always mean not used. Sometimes someone's brought it and they've still got the labels on, or the makeup's never been opened or anything like that. Sometimes it's brand new, just someone's brought it and didn't like it, or it didn't fit them, or something like that. So it's not always like used items, but there are so many apps or anything like that to get things on. The one I use a lot of the time, well pretty much all the time, is Depop. And as well, say if a makeup's sold out, such as an eyeshadow palette, to be fair, you don't really get them for cheaper, but if they're sold out. But yeah, so before I'm going to go and buy, say, an expensive eyeshadow palette, is type it in on Depop, and there's a search bar at the top, so it's really easy just to type in anything you like. Even if you don't know exactly what you want, say if you want, you want something from Morphe, you can just type that in and everything will come up on there. Other places you can get things second hand are places such as charity shops. However, you do have to shop around there sometimes to find something good, whereas on Depop you can literally type the exact product you want in. Or car boot sales, that's sometimes, again, it is hard because you can't get the exact product you want a lot of the time, but if you just shop around and look around, then often you can get things for a lot cheaper than the retail price. So yeah, tip number 1 is to buy second hand things. Tip number 2 is to shop around. Honestly, when you see something online, or in a shop that's really expensive, if you shop around at cheaper websites, most of the time they are literally selling the exact same item of clothing just for cheap, like for a cheaper price. Sometimes there might be not as great quality, however a lot of the times I find they're just as good. Like Primark clothes, I love Primark clothes. Some of the quality of things I admit isn't great, but if you do shop around, you can find good things. I don't know if you've heard of the app called Wish. I've ordered some clothes off that, and they are literally like dirt cheap. I don't even know how they make them. They're like £1 for things, which I'll do a haul on soon when everything comes. But yeah, just shop around, apps like Wish, shops like Primark, anything like that. Even if it's like an exact item you want, honestly, if you shop around, you can find pretty much the exact same item somewhere else. So tip number 3 is discount codes. Now, a lot of websites, like popular websites, will have discount codes, and literally whenever I buy anything off places like Miss Pap, Misguided, Pretty Little Thing, anything like that, there is someone on Instagram with a discount code. So if you just go on Instagram, I'll try show you. Yeah, if you just go on Instagram and type in on the little search bar, say, I'll try and find one now. I have them screenshotted though on mine, so like I've got a Miss Pap one and I just use it every time. Yeah, so if you just type in Miss Pap on the search bar and click on tags, and if you just click on a lot of them, all the pictures, and go through, a lot of the times someone will have, well, for me it's pretty much every time I found someone will have a discount code for Miss Pap somewhere down the line. Or even on YouTube, like if you type in often like Misguided haul or Miss Pap haul, often down in the description below they'll have a discount code for, say, 10, 15, 20% off, whatever they have off. Or sometimes even if, say, if you sign up for a newsletter, which you can just cancel after, I know with New Look, if you sign up, I think you get 20% off there, and you can sign up several times. So I signed up to New Look with my boyfriend's, my dad's and my brother's email, so I got 20% off all of them orders. So yeah. Tip number 4 is DIYs. Now this one's like a bit more like effort put in, but if I want something, like I see something quite expensive or that looks expensive, but I can't afford it, I will often, obviously you can't do this for makeup, mind you can get dupes I suppose, and just search it on YouTube, and people do dupes videos all the time for higher end makeup. But anyway, yeah, DIY. So I DIY thing mainly clothes, shoes. I'll insert a few of my DIYs here, and I do them all the time. Like I done one for my bikini in the summer. I also done this DIY, which is like a beach cover up, but they were sold out everywhere, so I just made my own, and it was so cheap, simple, easy. Yeah, so I had that for the summer, and you could honestly couldn't even tell the difference. Like I had people ask me where I got it from. So yeah, if you do DIYs, and again, search DIYs on YouTube if you don't know how to do it. Like if you want something, this chair that I'm sat on, I like DIY'd, because I got the chair for free. So yeah, if you want something but you can't afford it, you can either get either DIY or buy a dupe for it, which there are so many about. So, and my last tip number 5, this is more for like makeup or beauty things, but often you can buy like testers or the smaller samples. So say if there's a makeup you really wanted to try, like a higher end makeup that you really wanted to try, however it's too expensive to buy like the full bottle or full piece of makeup, you can often like go into the store like Selfridges and ask for a tester, or you can purchase like a smaller sample of it. Like this is good for as well perfumes. You can get tester perfumes, which I use for nights out. Like I have loads of tester perfumes and I take them on nights out because they're small to fit in your bag. Like for example, I wanted to try the MAC Prep and Prime, however I didn't want to buy the whole tub because I thought, what if I hate it? It's not really something you can take back if you hate it. So I literally got this little small tester pot, and this was free. I got this for free, and it, like you can see, the size of my head, it is only small, and to be fair I'm glad I've got it because I do love it, However, I have other primers which I love more, so if I would have went out and bought the whole thing and I'd have hated it, I'd have wasted my money. However, after getting this little one for free, I can test it and know whether I want to buy it or not. So yeah, that was tip number 5, which is either go into the shop and ask for testers, or just buy the sample size of products. And that was it for my 5 tips Tuesday this week on how to get things for cheaper. I hope it's helped any of you, because you know, no one complains about getting something for a little cheaper than what it usually is, even if it's just like to get shipping off things, because I know everyone hates paying for shipping. Even if you've just spent £70 on Misguided, everyone hates paying that £3.99 shipping. Thank you for watching again, and if you have any ideas or any suggestions on what you want my next 5 tips Tuesday to be on, I would love you to leave them in the comments down below, and also to say hello. And as well, I'd love you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And thank you so much for watching, it honestly means the world. And yeah, thank you again, and I will hopefully see you in my next video. Bye.